What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pete's Basement. We who are about to die salute you. It is officially December 1st. We have 20 days till the end of the world. It's not December 1st for you guys. It's December 1st for us while we're filming it.
Confuse them?
But yeah, 20 more days, man, till fucking world goes like boom.
Which it won't.
Nah, it should. I'm fingers crossed.
Well, whether it should, it won't.
No, because if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna have to do it myself. See, my problem is I'm not smart enough to build a death ray. If I was, I'd have done it by now. What do you think, Ramon? Ah, you're fucking disgusting.
Nice going, Ramon. Yeah, he lives in Greenpoint. Just keep an eye on him. Thanks. Bye.
Who's that? That was your mom?
You don't have to need no.
All right. Right off the bat, I want to say thank you to our buddy Alan Robert for sending us this. No, this is not. This is not. But Alan Robert, the artist and author of Killogy and also Crawl to Me and Wire Hangers, sent us this cool shirt, and he sent us this one as well. These shirts are not yet available for the public, but they will be soon, so we'll keep you abreast of that situation. You are not allowed to be kept abreast of anything, because, you know, you have problems. And Roger got me this cool Spider-Man coloring and activity book for Christmas. Yes, he did. Early Christmas gift.
Did you do anything in it yet?
No, I did not. Not yet. I've got a couple of, what is that thing we've put the video? Oh, YouTube, that's right. We got some YouTube comments and stuff, and Facebook to go over before we start this week's haul. Earl Ferrer wanted to know what we'd think of the Valiant books. I'm still behind on those. I'm catching up on like months and months worth of books. I haven't even hit up
Archer and Armstrong, is that Valiant?
Archer and Armstrong, Harbinger, Manowar. Right. I'm waiting for them to bring back Ninjak at this point. I want to read them because I've heard they're good, and Adam actually likes them, and Adam fucking hates everything.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon I'll be able to get up on that, Earl, and I'll let you know. Speaking of shit I don't know about, J. Sin. I see what you did there. J. Sin. S-I, yeah. No, very good. Very well played. I wanted to know what we thought of Bedlam from Image Comics. I never read it.
Bedlam or?
Bedlam.
Probably Bedlam.
B-E-D-L-A-M?
Probably Bedlam.
Yeah, whatever. You don't, I mean, there's probably not a lamb running around in your bed. Yeah.
Right.
Ah, that would be bad. No?
Not good.
Not funny. Jay, I haven't read it yet, but I'll check it out and see what it's about. Michael Moore, good old Captain Sweatpants, hit us up and said he actually likes the new Captain America book. What did he say it reminded him of? Like,
I guess the old Kirby days.
Yeah.
Combining like Cap and sci-fi and things like that. Yeah.
I'm not really with it. Like I said last week, I know they just finished this whole Cap espionage shit and government intrigue and stuff. So I understand having maybe wanting to go in a different direction for a bit.
Right.
But at the same time, I really liked Brubaker, and Brubaker's was the first time I ever really liked Captain America that much.
What is he writing on now?
I'm not sure, actually. But I didn't really care for the whole other dimension Arnim Zola thing. But I'll probably wind up sticking it around just to see what happens in the next story arc.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. You're fucking disgusting.
Stick around for the story arc.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me like that.
Also, I want to apologize. Judge Dredd was from IDW, and everybody did not miss a beat in fucking correcting me and saying, yo, it wasn't Dark Horse, it was IDW. Pete, you're an asshole, and we hope you die, and we hope you get hit by a bus.
I was drunk when I wrote that.
I know. It's okay, Steve. I appreciate just being your drunk dial on a Friday night. That was really nice. It made me feel very special, even though you wished cancer on my foot, which that would suck.
Well, I'm gonna get that back tenfold.
Fat Stack of Comics had hit us up and said he was not looking forward to that $8 price tag on the Amazing Spider-Man 700s.
Is it actually going to be $7?
I did not know it was going to be $8. I don't want to spend $8. There's like 9 variant covers that I'm going to have to get to maintain my collection.
It better be like this thick.
Shit, man, that's fucking ridiculous.
But you know why it's going to be $7, $8, right? Because people will buy it.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid, like me. I admit my own faults. That's
especially if it's the last one.
I find that it is a very responsible thing to admit one's own faults.
Right.
And that women like to have sex with people who are responsible.
And have faults?
Yeah, possibly. Well, they only like to fuck people with faults. That's why women date jerk-offs.
Like an earthquake?
Like an earthquake?
Yeah.
The fat guy from wrestling that like crippled Hulk Hogan for a little while in that storyline?
You can go with that.
That earthquake? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Rumors abound across the internet that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has been signed on as the new Batman for...
I don't think he will be, though.
I fucking hope not. The guy's a herb.
You don't like him at all?
No, I don't. I mean, he didn't carry to me as Cobra Commander. He didn't carry to me as fucking Nightwing Robin, whatever he was.
You didn't think so? I thought
he is not. He does not have the face of Batman. I'm sorry.
Not of Batman, but he has a Robin face.
He's a scrawny little fuck. No. They wanted to do this other motherfucker, Mike Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal?
No. Batman?
That's exactly how I feel about this guy. I mean, he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. I like him.
You know what it is? I like him as an actor. I think that's what it is.
I like him in that cancer flick that they did. You know, he was getting broads because he like shaved his head and make believe he had cancer. But he's not Batman, bro.
Jake Gyllenhaal, no.
You know who should be Batman?
Batman?
You watch Supernatural?
No.
Jensen Ackles, the guy that plays one of the brothers on Supernatural.
Right. I've seen it, but I don't watch it.
He's like 6'2", 6'3", give or take. He's a pretty decently built guy. He ain't like gigantic or nothing, but he's got the fucking voice. He's just got that naturally raspy voice.
I mean, not like Christian Bale.
Not like Christian Bale. What was it you said? He fucking had the ear for accents and whatever?
Oh, yeah, I was reading like his profile or something.
Yeah, too bad he didn't have a fucking ear for Kevin Conroy's voice.
I just found out today that he's Welsh.
Huh? Well.
I thought he was American, which makes it more understandable because he not only had to portray a Batman voice, he had to portray an American gruff voice. So.
Well, shit. Didn't do too good a job. Sorry.
That's an oxymoron, well, shit.
Nicely done. See what I did there. Also, this is news to me. The Hobbit is now a trilogy. I thought it was just 2 movies. I just found this out this week.
It was 2, then they made it 6. They thought 6 was too much. So they backed it down to 4, and now they're going to make it 3.
3's too much. The Hobbit's 1 book, and it's the smallest book. And I know, like, what they're probably going to do is they're going to try to connect it to Lord of the Rings way more than it did.
They're definitely going to connect it to Lord of the Rings.
Because The Hobbit doesn't really connect at all.
The Hobbit happens before the Lord of the Rings.
Many years before. Yeah. And The Hobbit, which was written first technically as a children's book, really had nothing to do with the Lord of the Rings.
Right. And the whole point of the Lord of the Rings, the beginning at least, is that Bilbo Baggins had already seen a lot of stuff. And
right.
He's known for like an adventurer and everything. So.
And, throughout the book, Gandalf he leaves the party every now and then, just like, the really cool guy in Final Fantasy would always leave your fucking party at the most crucial moments. Like, we're gonna go fight a big boss. Dudes, peace. Deuces, bitches.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
He would always go, like, down south and fight this dude called the Necromancer. And this happened, like, 2 or 3 times in the book. And they're gonna turn the Necromancer into Sauron, without a doubt. But,
yeah, I didn't think of that.
Without a doubt, that's what they're up to. And they're gonna connect it a lot more. I still don't see that this needs to be 3 movies instead of just 2. So I hope it doesn't fuck up, because I really like, the first 3.
Well, they must be gonna do it 3, because Lord of the Rings was 3, but those are 3 books. So.
Right, they did 1 book apiece. So even if you want to get every last little shit into the book, it still doesn't. I don't think you need to do 3 movies. But, and finally, a hearty apology to one of our big fans, Nick Melanchek, who did this really awesome piece of the Pete's Basement Heroes. Right here. We posted it up on Facebook a while, and we promised that we put it on the show, and just, you get the fucking worst memory in history, and we're very fickle creatures, and we're just like, oh, new comics, and what the fuck happened? And dude, we totally slipped our mind, and we apologize. Nick, thank you so much for the awesome piece of artwork. You're a great artist, keep it up, and if you ever want to do one of like a godly Roger-looking character, that would be pretty cool too. That's how I always envisioned like Roger's comic book self in my head. But Nick, thanks again. It was a really great piece, and you guys can view it. Once again, if you rewind this episode and it'll pop up, I'll be saying the same stuff I did before, and when you get here, just let it go forward.
That's an infinite loop.
I know. Just go on Facebook. It's there. Just look there. It's easier. Guess we'll start with the comics?
We can.
We can do that. Steve's like, fucking finally. American Vampire. I'd never stop talking, bro. You know that.
American Vampire?
Yeah, 33. I did not think this series was going to go this far. It's still going.
That's in the Jennifer Blood world, too. I didn't think it would.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't drag that. That's in danger of being dragged out longer than it needs to be. Cause
I think it already has dragged out.
Since you changed the subject, but I'm on that note, because we didn't get to talk about the most recent issue, really, like when we're all together.
She kills them, doesn't she?
She used to have, she was a sympathetic character before. Like, they killed her family. Yeah. They killed her father.
The father and the uncles. She went after the uncles.
Now she's a murdering psychopath.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of flipped the script there. You don't like her anymore. Now you just can't wait for her to get her fucking head blown off.
Now, was that on purpose, do you think?
I don't know. Garth Ennis is a strange bird. Cool writer. Strange bird.
Yeah.
Whiskey. But American Vampire 33, this is the conclusion of this past story arc where
They drive in cars a lot.
They are. They're kind of going through the years. You know, like it started out with...
Early on. World War I?
Pearl was earlier than that. Like the age of Hollywood was just starting, like early 1920s, silent films and stuff. This girl Pearl and Hattie were two would-be actresses that got turned into vampires by these like producer guys.
Right.
And it's been like all of Pearl's adventures through the years, but you really thought that the whole thing was going to center around Skinner Sweet, who was this really asshole of a vampire.
And he's the most popular character.
Right, he's like the anti-hero, just scumbag of the series. And everywhere, the series has been following him, and then it flips to go to another couple of vampire people, and then somehow it always finds its way back to Skinner as well. And it's really centered around Pearl and Skinner for the most part, and now Pearl's husband was just killed, or we're not actually sure.
Henry? Is that his name? Yeah.
If he got killed or if he just left her after this whole ordeal, he couldn't take it no more. Pearl was working for the VMU, which was like this, organization that would hunt down and kill all the vampires. Right. Basically, vampires killing vampires because they hate. Like there are other just really scumbag vampires running around, like most of them European, especially the French. The fucking French.
Yeah, especially vampires.
Yeah.
But I like how they revive instead of revive a normal person with water, but they revive them with blood. Mm-hmm. They're like,
don't die on me. Yeah. And
don't die on me.
They had Skinner Sweet working for them, and you thought he was a good guy, and you thought he changed, and of course, he wound up scumbagging him in the end of it.
Right, which is good.
It's still a good series, man. It's really good. Survival of the Fittest was one of the 5-issue minis that they did. Yeah. This most recent one, Lord of Nightmares, and finally involved Dracula.
Right.
But I didn't really like the way that ended too much. Like, apparently the Romanians, their vampire weakness is they can't swim. So they sank the ship that Dracula was on. They sank the ship.
Why can't they swim?
I don't know.
Never got lessons?
Fucking can't swim. Guess it's cold in Romania, and they don't really go swimming in the lakes. Fuck, why know? I thought it was pretty lame. Like, I liked the way they handled Dracula, though. Like, they never showed him. It was always like a shadow with two fucking glowing eyes. That was cool. But, it's still a very good series. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the next arc. I figure it's going to extend all the way to the modern age. So they've got, at least a couple more decades to go. It'll be pretty trippy to see vampires on acid in the 70s, if you ask me. Fucking vampires free fucking in the middle of Washington, D.C. for Woodstock and the hippie movement and everything.
Do they?
You can imagine they would. Vampires are horny creatures.
Are they?
If I could hypnotize broads, I'd be fucking in the streets.
But would they, they can have children, though.
Well, it depends on what kind of legends you're looking at. Some people are born vampires. Some people, some vampires are sterile and can't, and who the fuck knows? Really depends on who's writing the story.
But in this series, has he made them fertile?
You know what? That has not been addressed yet. There was a child vampire running around, but I can't remember now if he was infected or not. I don't think he was born that way.
Like, what's his face? From that book. What's that book?
Twilight?
Yeah. The baby was born.
But he was born
vampire, half
because she was still human when she gave birth to them. But yeah, that's another one where vampires are born sterile. Were created sterile. But I prefer the idea of people being born, like in Blade, where people are born vampires or they're turned, and there's like that, caste system of purebreds and turned like creatures. Right.
That was about 50,000 references to
different kinds of vampires. Yes.
Or at least.
I always liked vampires, though. I always really dug them, and I always liked that other this is one of those like D&D games, Vampire the Masquerade, that looks into the concept of Cain being the first vampire, Abel's brother. Right. That was fucking awesome. I never got into the game itself, but the story behind it was really fantastic, and it was supposed to be a book that was left out of the Bible because there's, you know, hundreds of those. I was just well,
he was made. If that was true, then he was made, and then his children became half. What was in Harry Potter? It was Muggles and Mudbloods, right? Mudblood was like a half and half, and
well, no, Mudbloods were
Muggle was pure person, human
wizards that came from human families, or you know, Muggle families, or whatever, or at least half Muggle or some shit like that. Aquaman 14 is the start of a new story arc where basically he encounters his brother Orm and just asks him, like, yo, were you behind the whole Black Manta thing and him attacking the surface world and everything? And Orm is never actually shown. They only show him in a shadow.
Shadows,
So you know he's going to be a scumbag soon, especially if you know any history of Aquaman.
Right, if you know the history of shadows.
Yes, because shadows are just, you know, scary.
Right. I don't know shadows. But I don't get the whole thing with Mantra and prison. What was that whole spiel about?
Glossed over most of it. I don't know. I mean, he like attacked the guard with his helmet because it shot I-beams at him when he like touched the helmet, said some sort of magic word or whatever, and it shot I-beams at the guard, and then he sat there and didn't try to escape.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I just mostly focused on the whole Aquaman and Orm thing, and he was, you know, he was just like, you know, are you trying to attack the surface? And he's like, no, of course not.
Basically, even though he has ample reasons to, because of his
But I liked what he was saying. You know, obviously, like, the surface world has, you know,
not been kind to them.
Right. But he's like, you know, brother, if I were going to attack the surface, I would do it. Like, I would just do it. We could sink every ship in the ocean, and we don't. So take that as it is. And that was a cool line. Like, there were a couple of...
Yeah, basically, like, if I could, I would.
Right. I would fuck not if I could, I would.
If I wanted to,
I would have done it already. So you kind of believe him, but not...
There's always that air of could be...
Right.
He could be bullshitting.
And now somebody went and freed the weird creatures that were in the beginning arc of Aquaman.
Yeah. Jeff Johns like to have weird creatures freed from something or come back to life, or, you know, like Blackest Night.
Like in Green Lantern, yeah.
Yeah, he likes to have that.
Probably a zombie fan. Speaking of zombies, Batman Incorporated 5 goes back to that future where Damian is Batman now, and, you know, he's bald.
They went back and forth between...
Yeah, somehow... I'm not reading Batman Incorporated, so I don't know how Batman got this vision of the future of what happens, but he basically... in the future, Damian is Batman. The Joker has taken over... Not taken over, but he pulled one final prank on Gotham, turned everyone into crazed Joker zombies, and he's infected everyone. It's just like Batman and Commissioner Gordon, who is Barbara now, still paralyzed. You know, running around, and they're trying to save Gotham, and it's useless, and the president nukes the place. Just fucking blows Gotham off the map. And it's all because Damian became Batman, and this was a plan by Talia al Ghul all along.
His mom.
Yeah. I'm not really following it. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen, so I picked this issue up out of the blue.
It's taking place in an alternate... It's not. It's a story within itself. It's not like the same...
It's like moving toward... Like, life is moving toward this future kind of thing.
Okay.
But the net result is Bruce does not want Damian to be Batman ever, and he doesn't really want him to be Robin anymore either.
But how's Batman Incorporated involved in the story? The idea.
No idea. Don't. It's Grant Morrison, man. Do not ask questions that you do not want Pete answering, because you know how Pete is. Pete tends to go a little crazy. Moving on from DC, Ninja Turtles 16, man. I'm enjoying this series a lot.
Yeah, from day one.
Slash is running around. I had that toy, man. And this is, Slash is this gigantic snapping turtle that just beats the shit out of them all. And the end of it, Leonardo is standing in front of his three brothers that are knocked out. And Slash is, he does kind of talks in like one word. Things like hurt.
Kind of like Hulk.
Kill. Yeah, it's kind of like the Hulk. Like the Hulk of the Ninja Turtles, if you would. And, you know, Leo get into a scuffle, and somehow he's telling him, like, yo, I don't want to hurt you. This doesn't have to be this way. Let's talk, whatever. And, you know, obviously that goes over like a fart in a spacesuit. And he somehow, like, they're rolling around on the floor, and Slash comes up, and he's got the fucking katana, like, through his shoulder or whatever. And he's like, hurt. Yeah. And boom, it falls into the fucking sewer water and disappears. And so they think he's dead. And yeah, Hob is still alive. You know, Hob got shot in the fucking head. How's he alive?
He's a mutant. I guess maybe it.
I don't know. He's got a healing factor, like some other fucking feral mutant we know.
With an eye patch.
With an eye patch, every now and then.
Why was this the incentive cover?
I don't know. It was like $7 more, and I liked it a little bit better than the regular cover, so I wound up buying it. It was not the Larry Eastman covers are just fucking really ridiculously hard to find. And they're usually like $20. That was a waste of whiskey, sir.
Sorry.
Now you've got 2 cups to spill.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Waste of whiskey. I mean, if I had a straw, I would have drank it there. It's all right. What the fuck were we talking about? I don't even know. Let's move on. FF1.
I don't even want to talk about it. Art was bad.
The artwork was good at some points. Like I liked the way he did like some of the females' faces and things.
Like the first shot, I think of Valeria and what's his face? Franklin. Yeah, some of the like side shots were good. The action stuff, the ones of them just standing, the characters just standing and talking were okay. Any kind of action thing was bad.
It's going to be a tough series to enjoy. Like basically, the whole concept is the Fantastic Four are looking for replacements
for 4 minutes. For 4 minutes.
Right. And they're going to be gone. It's going to be a year to them, but 4 minutes to you and me.
It's like it's not even. I know most of it was meant to be funny, but it's not even funny. Because you're going to like approach these people for 4 minutes. It has to be a joke. It can't be.
Well, Thing said it. He's like, well, how many times when he's talking to She-Hulk and referred to her as Jennykins and Jenny Poo and Jen and like fucking seriously. He was like, well, how often does everything really work out the way we plan?
Okay, but
now here's my theory. Now wait a second.
But
they're going to be gone a year. Doesn't that year have to happen 12 first? Issues.
No. If you let's say this is the Fantastic Four.
I understand.
Right? And they're here, they're at now. And they're gone for a year.
Right.
As far as they're concerned, they're gone a year. But if they come back 4 minutes later...
I understand that. But hang on. But here's now, right? Here, give me that one. This will represent the Fantastic Four, and this will represent the FF. Here's now, right? And now we're going forward now. We're going forward a year.
Yeah.
And then the Fantastic Four are going to come back here now. And now here's the other FF that they left behind. 4 minutes later. But that first FF first had to oversee everything that happened that year during now. Before they went back to now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, but they
I don't know what I'm talking about.
But they won't realize it because they'll be back 4 minutes later.
But they still have to take over for you. This is mine.
Yeah, no, bring it over here.
King me. No, you can't have 3 cups to spill. Fucking Steve. A+X issue 2.
Basically, it's Marvel Team Up.
It's Marvel Team Up. And not a well-written one.
Rogue said even in the... She's technically an Avenger, so it wasn't even Avengers, it was A+A.
It's just Axe. Doesn't even have to be A+. They're just fucking... the Black Widow kissing Rogue thing was so fucking cheesy. I mean, really, if you're out there and you enjoyed that scene,
I think we have plenty of
as a male of the species, please punch yourself in the dick. That was fucking useless. First of all, she could have just gave her a hug and gone cheek to cheek. She had to fucking kiss her to give her fucking marksmanship powers to shoot a sentinel out of the sky.
That's
with a big-ass gun.
That's what we were talking about. She originally was able to absorb mutant powers.
Right.
But now, obviously, that's evolved to absorbing any kind of information at all.
Right.
So even Black Widow's fighting skills.
And apparently her secrets, because she's like, you had an affair with...
Right. Which, that's a big, long list.
Yeah, it is. She's a fucking hooah.
But I don't know...
my theory was, it was only mutant powers at first, because mutant powers precede, like, the memories and, life force of normal humans. So she would take a mutant's power first, and she was only around mutants, so it was whatever.
Right.
Who the fuck knows? And the second story was with Iron Man and Kitty Pryde, like some of the
banter.
It was humorous for a little bit, and then it just as she sneezes out some microscopic brood. Really?
Yeah.
Who the fuck comes up with that? Really?
I don't know who wrote that one.
Holy fuck! And then they infest the Iron Man armor, and she runs through them. And the best part was, like, okay, Kitty Pryde can, like, short out circuitry, electronics if she phases through it.
Right.
She phases through the Iron Man armors and shorts them out and defeats the Brood. Tony Stark just kind of sat there. He's like, whatever.
Right.
He was offering... The reason Kitty was at Reliance or whatever it was, whatever fucking Pepper Potts' new company is, it's Stark International, but it's, whatever the fuck. I think it's Reliance. It's something with an R.
Reliance, I think.
He's there to offer her a job because she's a genius using Pym particles to liposuction out the fat from Americans and send it to another dimension.
When he was talking about
this was a real plot line, folks.
He was talking about weight, I thought that was a joke.
So did I, but it wasn't a joke. That was the fucking plot. That was why she was there. And then at the end, he was like, "Wait, so you short out circuitry?" She's like, "Yeah." So having you around would be like Superman having kryptonite around? I can't believe they actually had the stones to do that. Yeah. That was one of two DC references in Marvel this week that we found. The other we will get to in a little bit of a moment. But
a little bit of a moment.
You like that shit, right?
What's a little bit of a moment?
A little bit of a moment.
Because a moment, by definition, is pretty small.
A little bit of a moment.
So what would be a little bit of, like a third of a moment?
A nanosecond. A picosecond, motherfucker.
Picosecond.
Fuck yeah. I fucking love science.
Peacoat? Like what you wear?
No, not a peacoat. Well played, though.
Shut up, Ramon.
All new X... I know who you are. You're not really Batman.
Holy shit, he's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is really Batman. That's wild.
Did you know that?
No. That's fucking insane. This is why I should never let you guys down here while I'm not here to supervise. Stupid shit like this happens.
He came down, he was like, so, okay.
At least you didn't throw a microphone on him.
We did. We took it off by the time he came
Okay. All new X-Men #2. I really liked it.
I liked it better than the first. I didn't get the first when I was angry about the time travel so quick, but...
I like the fact that they're really, like... This was like the Beast's last resort. Like, he would never have done this, but he had to do it.
Yeah, if it's a last resort thing, then I'm okay.
I like Wolverine's reaction to seeing Jean, even though she's technically like 16, tops 16.
Yeah, she's late teens, probably.
So, he wants to stick his furry penis into her, and, she's way underage.
Well, he was still old at that time, too.
Well, at least she was legal is what I'm driving at, Steve. Okay. And now, the fucking... Iceman and Iceman. Fucking brilliant. Ooh, Spidey, you're disgusting.
So that was one thing we were talking about. When did Beast become Furry Beast?
It was during Apocalypse. I think it was in X Factor. It was, I think, 5 and 6.
I thought it was a standalone thing, but maybe not.
It's worth a shot. Look, we got to look it up. We got to Google that. But I really enjoyed this new series, this new issue of X-Men, and Cyclops was like Jean, the younger Jean, learns how to read minds, and now she realizes that she's dead. Cyclops is a psychopath and everything, and
because she originally had telekinesis, but not telepathy.
Right. So I'm going to enjoy seeing where this goes and what some of the consequences, long running,
and what's the time frame supposed to be between then and now, as far as?
Oh, no, Steve. You cannot answer that question.
Because it's not really 40 years, so 50 years. So what is it?
Who knows? 10, 15
10,
years
15
tops.
years?
You're trying to divide by 0 in the comic book world, Steve. You cannot do that. Uncanny Avengers, issue 2. Basically, a little less, luster, more
Which
lack.
one was that again?
One with the red skull where he's got Xavier's brain.
But the brain is alive somehow.
Somehow the brain is allowing him to have Charles Xavier's powers of mind control and everything, and he goes on the news and appears as like 3 different people and like somehow brainwashes there's these humans hanging out with mutants, either their lovers, their children, or whatever, or just like the waitress at the diner, and these humans see this news report and then they go and kill these people.
Wait, he's doing that without the use of Cerebro?
I guess.
Just by Professor X's brain?
Yeah. Because he's her skull and he can do that. I don't know. Yeah, I feel you. But then the best part is he brainwashes the Scarlet Witch into doing exactly what she did during House of M. No more mutants. That's what he wants. No more mutants, because the mutants are obviously worse than the Jews and the blacks and the Puerto Ricans and everybody else all put together. He just wants his white Aryan race, and he doesn't give a fuck about that anymore. He just wants all people together, no mutants.
Even if the mutant is a... Oh, so he's for...
He just wants humanity united under him now. The Universal Reich or whatever he called it, some shit. Which, I mean, I guess is as racist without actually being racist in a comic as you can get these days, which is okay.
That was the whole thing with Magneto, except he wanted the flip side. But he wanted, I mean, it's the same idea.
It's exactly the same now. But this isn't the Red Skull. You had asked that question before, like, isn't he supposed to be dead? And his daughter's... This is a clone created by Arnim Zola.
Shut up.
That was... the Red Skull's like consciousness was downloaded into a machine that was then uploaded into this cloned body.
Iron Man did that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of that running around. I'm gonna try to do that shit, man. I'm gonna just fucking upload my consciousness like Lawnmower Man, bro, into the fucking internet. So that way when motherfuckers is looking at the internet, I'll be looking at them.
Don't go to that site.
I'll be on every site, motherfucker. What? Let me have another drink. None of that, Stephen.
I thought this was kind of boring. Oh, what were we talking about?
I'm sorry, I wanted to mention the other DC reference in Uncanny XMen, Uncanny Avengers rather. Rogue, while she absorbs the Scarlet Witch's power, by the way, not by making out with her. She's like trying to figure out how to work her chaos magic, and she's like, Alakazoo, Ala Shazam.
Yeah.
So, you know, interesting that Marvel threw those two references out there. And were there more running around this month? Was this a fucking thing? Was this a jab at DC or something? I don't know. Let us know if you found any other DC references, or if you happen to notice those running around. You know the drill, guys. Questions@Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement, and follow us on Twitter for up-to-the-minute reviews. Thor issue 2. It tells like the origin of this God Butcher character that Thor encountered back in like 800 AD or whatever. Yeah. Excuse me. A little bit more interesting. I liked issue 2 better. Yeah. I'm gonna stick around for the first arc, see if I like it. I do like the fact that these Marvel Nows are not a reboot. It's just a renumbering
and retelling of a new story.
And it's just it's a new story arc with a new number. Why bother? But fuck it.
Yeah, but if you're going to do something like FF and have Miss Thing in it.
Miss Thing.
It was a woman in a kind of thing costume. Or thing.
Don't try. Don't try.
That costume, what's that called? Suit, like armor.
Yeah. Venom 27.1. I welcome a good Venom story after that Minimum Carnage bullshit. It's been that long, man. Can't. Minimum Carnage sucked balls. Venom is back to being Venom, and Flash Thompson tells Pete, after all the bullshit with my dad, my mom checked herself into like a mental ward, and I broke up with Betty. I'm leaving New York. That's it. I'm leaving for good. And now apparently he's going to Philadelphia because Marvel is trying to expand their spidery heroes into their web of America. Fucking this motherfucker's in Texas. Kane, Scarlet Spider's in Houston.
Yeah.
This guy's going to Philly. What's next, man?
As who? Is Venom still?
That's Venom, yeah. He's going to be Agent Venom. But Agent Venom is going to be on the Thunderbolts, like in a month or two, whatever it is.
So he's going to have a short stint.
I'm looking forward to that series. I really cannot wait for that.
Who's writing it?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that depends.
I probably did know, but I forgot. Masks, issue 1 from Daym. You didn't like this?
That's kind of boring, I thought. I don't know.
Well, are you reading any of these, like Green Hornet?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. I mean, I know the characters, but I kind of found it...
I'm a little confused by it in that, okay, the Shadow and the Green Hornet are happening right around the same time, like kind of that World War II era America, but the Spider, as we know as Richard Wentworth in the series, is modern times. But now there's a Spider running around here that you kind of think is this guy, Tony. Maybe that's sort of like a predecessor or something.
I'm thinking it was
but they never mentioned a predecessor, at least in the new series. But from what I understand, the Spider is not an original character for this series. He's, he's an older character. Right. So maybe it is this guy Tony who is he's like a DA kind of thing.
ATA?
Lawyer.
This is attorney ADA.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, whatever.
But I enjoy it because I really like the Shadow. I'm not reading the Green Hornet and Kato, but the Shadow is really cool. And
you're reading the Spider too.
I am reading the Spider. So I want to know how they're going to throw Zorro into this, too, because as far as I knew, Zorro was from the Old West.
Right?
Yeah.
But he's further back in time, though, isn't he?
I was worried that they were going to throw, like, some time travel shit into this, which didn't fit the characters at all. So I'm going to stick around just enough to hate this story. But, you know, so far issue 1 was as good as could have been expected. It was nothing serious, nothing to write home about, nothing crazy. But it was, you know, it was just, like, action-packed heroes. And they're talking about forming this, like, Justice League of masked Avengers kind of thing.
Good idea, but, you know, but you have to have it all be concise.
I have no problem throwing that together. I'm interested to see where it goes. Peanuts issue 4 from Kaboom was released. This is the conclusion of a 4-issue story arc. It was just, you know, just Charlie Brown, man. The artwork matched the old Charles Schultz stuff really well. It was just fun, man. If your holiday is complete without watching It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown or Charlie Brown Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas Charlie Brown, then you are completely un-American, sir, and punch yourself in the dick. You'd be surprised how useful that is. Just, you know, just boom.
Oh, Garfield's coming, too.
Yeah, man. Garfield was fucking phenomenal. Yo, did you ever watch Adventure Time?
I've seen it.
That's a creepy show, man.
It's weird, though.
Yo, I watched that shit with my baby cousins over Thanksgiving instead of watching football because somehow a fucking 6-year-old's vote outweighs mine. I don't really know how that works. You hear him
scream, do you?
He was fucking screaming anyway, little brat. But anyway, it's just really strange. Yeah. I mean, there were other... I tried to call like, yo, let's watch Phineas and Ferb or Gravity Falls or something, but fucking creepy shit. Well, speaking of kids, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, came out this week. And don't you fucking judge me. This was really hysterically cute. Yeah. It was fucking really cute from IDW, man. I don't give a fuck. Don't you judge me out there.
Shut up, Ramon. Let's take it outside. We'll take it outside. All right, we'll stay right here.
I don't remember a lot of the old cartoon because I didn't really watch it. I was too busy watching, you know, She-Ra and Jem and Strawberry Shortcake. Well, because, you know, they're ponies. They're not hot. You know, Strawberry Shortcake with that little dress on and shit and Rainbow Bright, whatever, yo. Yo, She-Ra was fucking hot. Don't even get your shit twisted, man. You were just waiting for that fucking halter top to fall down when she drew that sword up.
For a while.
But yeah, for real, if you got kids and, you know, especially little girls that, you know, think might like some comics, this is perfect, man. This is adorably cute. It's got good comedy. It's an easy read. If you're a teacher and, you know, you want to get, like, some little girls at your kindergarten or first, second grade class into reading, this is probably a good place to start. I don't know if this is going to be making a cartoon or whatever to match it, but it's just, it's fantastic. It was really, it was a thoroughly enjoyable read. I can't promise I'm picking up issue 2 or nothing because at the risk of looking creepy, but it was fun.
Mr. DeLuca, you're now on a list.
They're fucking crazy, man. She tells the little koala bear, like, you have the koalifications.
Qualifications.
Everybody's seen that meme running around the internet, but, you know, comedy's comedy. If it works, it works.
I didn't know that was a meme.
What?
I didn't know that was a meme.
There's a whole bunch of, like, different animals, and... you know, each one is a play on words. I don't remember the rest of them, but the fucking koala bear sitting there with, like, the eucalyptus leaf hanging in his mouth. He's like, huh? And he's like, what do you mean I don't have the qualifications? Why didn't I get the job? It was fucking hilarious. Tune in shortly for Sleepy Hollow issue 2 from Zenoscope. Probably going to wait till the end of this series. This series should have started around September or August, so it ended closer to Thanksgiving. Instead of going, you know, with Zenoscope's kind of shaky delivery, this thing's going to go to fucking February. Nobody's going to care about Halloween by then. Bad timing. It's a decent story, but, you know, it is whatever. Another Night of the Living Dead story, which is, you know, zombies are fucking omni-seasonal, whatever. Ghostbusters.
Making up words.
Yeah, it works. You understood me. They all understood me.
All seasonal?
All seasonal. You can have zombies in the snow, in the grass, whatever. Springtime, summer zombies.
In the snow, you can find them better.
Yeah. Yo, did you see fucking Dead Snow with the Nazi zombies? Great movie. I'm not even fucking...
What is that?
I'm not touching on that. Pun completely intended.
Well, we're not going to tell you what we're pointing at either.
Guys, we'll see you next week. Keep reading. Have some fun. Write us letters.
Any last words, Ramon?
You don't say. You could probably be arrested for that shit.
What do you mean, probably?
All right. No.
The Ramon thing.
And the funny thing was, is right when you said let's do that again, and I was about to turn to her like, what do you think, Ramon?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
You want more whiskey?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Want whiskey? Yes, I do.
Can I have a water or some iced tea or something?
Hey, wait a minute. I know he's very thirsty.
No, I just want something.
He willed me to spill this so that you can get up and get him more whiskey.
Sure.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
He was fucking screaming anyway, little brat.